And welcome back, Nan Nation, to another 7 Days to Die. So we previously left off just securing this house. It's about to be nighttime, so I'm actually going to, let's see how much wood I have on me. Some. So we'll just go ahead and stay here by the fire, maybe do some cooking. Um, Well, we're not going to do a whole lot of cooking. We don't have a cooking pot. A couple things that you need. You need a cooking pot, a grate, and a beaker in order to unlock all possible recipes. We may be able to do some water. That's a necessary evil that we're going to have to do. Let's see what we can do here. So turn this on and do some bottled water. We can do 10. This is going to take 6 minutes and 34 seconds. We only got 4 minutes and 40 seconds, so we're going to need to add just a little bit more. We're going to go about to there. Alright, so while that's doing that, while it's probably not necessary, we're going to go ahead and throw down this land claim block just to have this area protected. It actually makes the blocks within its boundary stronger. We can always use that. Okay, so now let's examine a little bit more of our inventory. First thing I want to do is I want to make a secure storage chest. We'll go ahead and craft one of these. We could make a storage box. And in order to make a storage box, you require nails, which we do not have yet. But we'll do with a storage box here. We're going to put this one just, see where we want to put this one. We'll put that one right there. This is where we're going to put, for the time being, food items and medicines. Food items and medicines. That noise right there is it getting dark outside. Um, while technically not a food item, it kind of is in certain recipes. We're going to go ahead and just stick that in there as well. Teas. Yucca, let me see, we got some empty bottles. We should be able to make some yucca juice, which is really good. We got 4 here, and we'll put that stew away. That's a good one to carry around with us, though. And go ahead and move this bottled water down into our quick inventory. Rotting flesh, we'll go ahead and put that in there. Who doesn't love to eat some rotting flesh? There's actually a hobo stew that can be made with rotting flesh. I know it tastes yummy, huh? I bet. Alright, let's see if we can indeed, what it will take for us to make some yucca juice. There it is right there. All we need is yucca juice and then bottled water. We have 3. So we'll go ahead and craft 3. Now this crafting is taking place in my crafting, and then we have obviously the crafting that's taking place in the cooking fire. Yucca juice is just good in the fact that it also helps to cool you down. Being in this environment, it's a great source of hydration. Let's see, gives us 34% water and a 15% stamina regain. That's pretty good. We're going to scrap this doorknob. I don't regularly think we need a doorknob. You never know, though. Never know who you might want to keep out. So we got that going. We're going to stay in our crouch mode. Try not to be too easily detected. Don't feel like fighting some raging zombies. I hear them. I hear them out there. They're creeping. Okay, well, we're going to take this time while we are partially hidden, and we're going to spend some time now in our available skill points. So we have a whole new skill tree with which we can begin to place our points into. Basically, I would recommend that you would go through and examine each category, kind of get an overview of exactly what it is that you can actually do. Um, like it's advanced engineering. This is a blacksmith. You're now able to create a forge iron, craft forges. Forges are kind of important. What I would like to get is I would like to get this bicycle mechanic. Let's see, it takes intellect 2. So we're going to go ahead and let's see what this is. Right now we're a blockhead. We're going to be a dullard. You aren't the brightest color in the box, but you occasionally hit the nail on the head. Deal 210% headshot damage and have a 10% chance to dismember with stun batons and junk turrets. So we're going to go ahead and hit this, and then what I am going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and unlock our ability to make a bicycle. Let me see exactly what that's going to take. So if we go into our crafting and hit bicycles, we need tires. We're going to need a bicycle chassis. These both need crafting cables, which we do have the schematic for. So we won't have much of a problem with that. We'll go ahead and use that. We have just learned how to build a crafting table. It needs forged iron and mechanical parts and duct tape and leather and springs. Since it needs forged iron, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get advanced engineering, become a blacksmith so that we can go ahead and again work on our forge. Yeah, I like to be a little bit intelligent type of build, but having this, I'm going to back up and I'm probably going to put my next one, nope, in Pummel and Pete. Pummel and Pete gives me the ability to craft a level 2 Poor Club. It deals 10% more damage. Regular and power attacks do 40% more damage to stunned enemies and has a 60% chance for a power attack to knock foes back down. It also unlocks the Iron Club crafting, so I'm going to go ahead and get that one. So if you look down here at this blue line, this is telling us how far we are to achieving our next level. If you actually go over here to your character screen, it tells you exactly by number what it's going to take for you to get to that next level. So you can break that down by zombie kills if you'd like. But yeah, so we're just going to wait until we actually get that next level. But right now we do have the ability to begin to create a forge. Let's see exactly what we're going to need in order to craft the forge. Stones, clay, leather, duct tape, and short iron pipes. So we're really low on the duct tape. The clay, yeah, that's going to be easy. The stones isn't going to be too difficult. And then the short iron pipe. We have the wrenches with which we need to go ahead and begin to break down some of these other items to make it possible. for us to begin to craft this stuff. So at this point, let me see. I hear them creeping outside, but we should be able to still move around and not be in too much of a danger of drawing them into the house. So we are done. It looks like the cooking fire just went out, and we're going to go ahead and turn the rest of this water into yucca juice. We can only create 5. I see. So that'll work. We will do that. You see the water regen is 34%, and the stamina regen is 15% boost. On the water is not quite as effective in hydration. Plus, you have a 3% chance of dysentery. So the yucca juice, just in and of itself, is better. But I will definitely drink that water when necessary. We have no stones. Okay, so what I would like to do is I would like to build another secure chest. And I'm guessing, let me see what the recipes are on this. Canned sham and oil. We need a schematic in order to learn this. And we can either get the oil unlocked through a schematic, or we can get it through our science. Neither one of those can we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and scrap these. Sound enough quiet outside. That was a mistake. Normally I close the doors once I've come in, just to prevent them from being able to just walk right in the house, at least to let them make some noise. If they're going to come in and try to eat my face off, it's usually nice, so that I have a little bit of a heads up. Alright, so this one we're going to just put here, and essentially anything that we're not using, we have this sand that's going to be good. It'll help us make glass. We don't have any guns at the moment. I'm going to put that away. We'll hold on to the feathers, the clay, the coal, the lock picks, which aren't even very effective until you begin to put some skill points in your lock picking. Let me see what this takes to repair it. Repair with a bone. Okay, well we got 22 bones, so we're going to go ahead and repair this. And we're also going to go ahead and repair this wrench. This wrench takes iron, or takes repair kits in order to repair. It's kind of still just right at about halfway, but these can be created relatively easy once we get our forge up and running. So I'm just going to go ahead and repair that. And we have iron arrows, so we must have picked up a stash of iron arrows somewhere. Those will come in handy. We don't need these on us. This. And this is just them saying, hey, yeah, welcome to the game. I'm going to put that up. We're not going to carry that with us. We're going to put these rebar frames up. We're not going to use those yet. Okay, so this is where we're going to be at right now. I'm going to get this out of my inventory. I'm actually going to move that around. I hear them creeping out there. We're most of the way through the night. It's not going to be long, and we'll be turned loose to go back outside and continue to loot and pillage. And that sound there indicates that it is now daylight, and we can go back out into the world and just face regular zombies that need their heads bashed in. They've been walking up and down this deck all night long. Look at them over there. It looks like we've got a small little horde that's kind of invaded our yard. How dare they? Well, let's go see what we can do about that. Nothing like a morning sunrise with zombie blood in the air. Anyone else? Okay. Seems fairly quiet. I'm sure they're going to spring out on me anytime from somewhere. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to head out towards the trader. That's one of the things that I really want to get accomplished today. Is to go ahead and get this trader mission done with. There's the bread wall rose. Just leave that there. Okay, don't mind if I do. Just go ahead and pick up some of those. Because we're going to be working on the forge, we're going to begin to need some forged iron. I figured we might as well pick up a little bit of iron. Yeah, we'll take them. Nothing that I can really use right this moment. Here's what the wrenches are really good for, is for taking apart things. You begin to get parts and gas and experience and all that from taking these vehicles apart. I heard you over there. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Don't run away now. Ooh, he would run away with my arrow in his head. That's food. Okay, anyway, we're going to stop trying to chase him down. Got ambushed by a little fox dog thing. How rude. And then he got an arrow and decided he didn't want it anymore. Come on, you little twerker. Okay, we now have a level 2 and another skill point with which we can spend. Go ahead and take this guy out. Okay, and we will just continue heading off towards the trader now. boy, and now we are... Well, at least he gave me my arrow back. And with my arrow back, well, wrong one. Get us some meat. Gotta have meat. Man cannot live on air alone, but by meat from every animal that he does so kill. Okay, and off to the trader we go. Gotta watch that one. She's kind of tougher than she looks. This is a zone that is not pleasant. This zone is death. Wow, that's an amazing looking deer coming right up over that hill. This is the destroyed biome. There's not much here that I really am interested in doing. If it wasn't for the fact that the trader was over here, I would not even be bothering to go here yet this early on in my character. However, it was worth it to get this deer. So, let's see exactly how far away this looks. Quite a ways. We're going to try to do it just as quickly as possible. I'm going to leave that deer alone. The other one just kind of came up over the hillside looking so good, I couldn't help it. The good news is with this all burnt out the way it is, and the grass not being grown up, you can find the bird nest a little bit easier. But this is definitely a biome that you want to not venture into this one until you are ready. That is one of the big major reasons. Ooh. I do not like them things at all. I appreciate that they give me lots of feathers because they're a pain in my butt. I hate to pass up all these flaming zombies. This is, and that is a bear. You will definitely not want to take on that bear unless you have a really good fortified position with which to fight him from, which we do not. I just see this not ending well. Yeah. Nope. I literally just want to get to the trader and complete this task. So one of the hardest things about being in 7 Days to Die is you got to travel. The maps are really large. They're not endless. There are boundaries to them. But that is one of the reasons why I've chosen to get the bicycle early on. It is not the best form of transportation, but it is a good one. We will not mess with him. He will kill us. We will have to raise our skill level significantly, or again get a better plan of attack before we start attacking some of these animals, some of these zombies. Lockpick. That sound right there means you have entered into the trader's land block claim. Nothing in his environment can be destroyed. However, there is loot to be found. If you check the area out, you can still find loot. But you are safe from zombie activity here. It's a destroyed. Oh, I'll take that though. But you can find forges. You can find cement mixers. You can find chem tables, workbenches, and all those things you can find. And if they're in good repair, you can actually use them for free long before you can ever craft one. Duct tape, we're going to need some of that. Right now we're just kind of searching, make sure there's no just free gimme loot laying around for us to take. I would say that we could probably loot that whole area. Go ahead and craft 3 of these. It's always a good idea to hang on to a few wood frames. You never know when you may find yourself in a situation where you cannot get out, but they're not going to let us put any here anyway. I thought maybe we could just climb up through the window, but that's okay. Yeah, that sound is one of the zombies trying to get through. He will never make it. So let's find where the front door is to this. There it is. Okay, destroyed workbench. It gives us workbench schematics, which we have already learned. So we will just sell that back. They're persistent, I'll give them that. Ooh, baseball cap, probably useless, but we'll take it anyway. Maybe we'll sell it back to him. And nothing. This wouldn't be a bad place to kill the zombie bear, because he can't get into us. I don't think I got enough arrows to kill the zombie bear. Let's see what we have. It usually takes right around 15. Yeah, so we're just under. And we do not have the stone. So zombie bear is safe for the moment. But this would definitely be a good environment in order to go ahead and search out.
Let us speak, survivor.
Well, we're going to speak. Now, you can fall from a distance far enough that you can break your leg. That's unfortunate. Well, that was a weird voice coming out of that NPC, but let's go ahead and not worry about that. Let's see what you have. That sound of success. So when I come into a trader's, what I'm looking for are things that are special, things that I don't have the ability to get. So here's some. The Great Heist and the Ranger's Guide to Archery. These are books that you can find throughout.
Come back tomorrow. We get new goods daily.
Wow, yeah. You go into this section where you would get your skill tree points at, and here are all the books that you can read. These unlock particular things. If you read all 7 of these books, you get unlocked a special bonus for having all these unlocked. And these are buffs that you cannot get in any other way. So when I come in, if I have enough money, I will just go ahead and purchase all their books. Right now, we are sitting on 4. So we're not buying much of anything. We could sell him some stuff or her some stuff, whatever the case may be. Let's just double check and make sure that I can build the workbench. Okay, the workbench is unlocked. So I can sell that workbench schematic back. And that pumps us up a little bit. However, we still really don't have anything. There's no sense in having 2 shovels on us, so we can sell 1. And baseball cap, we'll just sell it just to sell it. So that's really all I want to turn loose of right now. I guess we could do the hubcap because we're not making hubcap bombs anytime soon. Let me see, brass radiator. We could sell that for 40, but it could also be broken down for brass, and this will be what we begin to make bullet casings out of. However, we're a minute away from making bullet casings or bullets at all. So we'll go ahead and do that. They probably, well, they'll sell that. This basically, paper makes blunderbuss ammo, dynamite, shotgun ammo. Again, we're not in the position where we're going to begin to make a lot of that stuff. So yeah, at that point, that's about all I want to sell. And they will restock in 4 days, or on day 4. So on day 4 we come back here and they got a whole new inventory full of stuff for us to check out. Yeah, we'll
Much
just hold on to
obliged,
that.
stranger.
Once you've come in here and you've done this, let me make sure I didn't get a skill point for that. I did. I got 1 skill point. That was from leveling up earlier. So this is specializes in unleashing relentless assault of blows guaranteed to leave your prey slack-jawed at your unyielding stamina. So basically, okay, so you are not a total couch potato anymore, but not deserving of the title athlete yet. Reduces melee and tool stamina use by 5% and power attacks by 10%. So this is a buff to your stamina use. One that we used to use all the time was Pack Mule. Because of some of the new clothing and armor mods, is basically become useless. I wouldn't dump a lot of skill points into that at all. Basically what that does is if you buy one of those, it will unlock carrying slots. You can carry 3 more items without being encumbered. Seems like a lot until you realize that you can make mods and just sew stuff into your clothing and into your armor. So you don't really want to put skill points into that. This maximizes your mining efforts by increasing tool damage to bring down rocks and trees faster. So everyone has to start somewhere. Craft quality tool, poor tools, increasing tool damage by 10% and block damage by 30%. So I'm going to go ahead and get that so I can upgrade my tools. There's so many things that you want to get. I would love to have them all, but we just can't. So again, I would say go through here and just kind of give them a once over and see what type of character it is that you want to build before you start throwing your skill points in there. You can reset your skill points, but yeah, at least have a plan. Now that we're here, we're going to check out and see if they have any jobs. So these jobs, right now they're at tier level 1, so they're the easiest jobs you can get, and you get pretty good loot back from doing these jobs. And what I like to look at is how far away are these jobs. Being as we have to come back through that desolate biome, I'm not really interested in anything until we get transportation so that we can get up and down or in and out of this biome relatively fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hope that these, I can definitely hear that bear and that wandering zombie out there don't decide that they want to eat us. I see you. Well, you can't come in. I wonder if I can hit him in the face. That'd kind of be a bad exploit. Oh, but I will exploit it. He shouldn't stick his nose in other people's business. We'll call that bear bashing. It's kind of unfair. If you don't tell nobody, I won't tell nobody. He shouldn't have his face in here as far as I'm concerned. Seems like you would get a little bit more than 750 for beating up a bear. They're pretty tough. These drink machines, they're really good places. They give you some pretty good stuff that you might not ordinarily be able to pay for inside. We're not going to worry about that right now. We've got food and things of that nature where we're going at the house. We are actually infected. I didn't realize that we had gotten infected. We got antibiotics, I believe, at the house. go ahead and repair that before we step out here and have to do battle. I'm sure it's coming. I'll come on over here and pay you a visit. You seem like you're wanting some attention. Like I said, right now, the fastest way to get leveled up is just simply by killing zombies. We need to get through this, hopefully without getting attacked anymore. I'm tempted to use the bandages just to regain some of my health. But if we can get through and onto the other side without too much damage, too much bother, I will save it. But we're going to need to keep an eye out for buzzards. They're there. They're coming. They can smell you when you're damaged, it seems like, and then they seek you out. About the only good part about being in one of these biomes, you can get a lot of coal from the burned up wood. It can be a potentially rich mining area, and the bird nests are relatively easy to find. Other than that, I just really don't even like to be in this area. I really dread it. Anytime I get spawned new in one of these areas, I pretty much just beeline right straight out in any direction. Any biome, in my opinion, is better than this one. The snow biome is not one of my favorites either. What is really keeping us, what is really going on here? So mostly we're just hungry, and we don't have anything that I'm going to care to eat right now, so we're just going to have to wait until we get back to the house. Cool looking rock. I could see building a fortress on the inside of that. When it comes to building bases or fortresses or castles or underground bunkers, whatever your gameplay style lends to, there are several different options to make really good Horde Day bunkers. We're just going to build a basic Horde Day bunker away from the house. We don't want to be tracking the zombie horde to the house. We would prefer to get them to come to us away from there. Okay, so we are now stepping out of the horrible, terrible place that is, and into so out of the terrible place into the other terrible place. I see that buzzard over there. We are not in the market for any buzzard attacks at this moment. I know I'm passing a lot of stuff up. Right now we're already over encumbered. I just want to get back. And heal up a little bit so that we don't die. This really is a nice looking game. I don't even think I have my computer set on the ultra level graphics just because I'm always either rendering or recording or doing something. So it's a give and take, but this looks really good just the way it is. I know YouTube, it kind of squishes down the videos a little bit. Let's go ahead and shut that. Let me get the stats on this. It says alright, so it'll raise the stamina, health, water, 4% chance of food poisoning, but we're just going to go ahead and take that chance. But we need the healing that's going to provide. Okay, we're going to leave, we'll go ahead and drop that rotten flesh off as well. We're going to go ahead and leave that like that. And then we will drop the rest of this stuff over here. We'll hold onto that torch. Be careful when setting out torches. Too many torches can begin to pull in what is called screamers. Screamers come to an environment and they begin to do just that. They begin to scream, and they will actually lure in other zombies to that area. It's not a good time unless you're really prepared for that. I did make a stone shovel last night while you were away. I don't plan on doing any digging. This one takes repair kits to actually repair, so we're not going to mess with that right now. I do want to look and see what it takes for a forge again. Stone, clay, leather, duct tape is what we're probably shortest on. We can get the clay relatively easy. And look at our character stats. Okay, well we're going to just have to do with that. Let's check and see if we do have any other healing products that I wouldn't mind using. Yeah, as of right now, we got antibiotics. Antibiotics cure 25% infection, so we're going to go ahead and just use those to get rid of that infection. No sense in running around infected. Yeah, so we're going to take that and we're going to I'm going to go ahead and make my way over that way. We're already at 37 minutes or so, and we have quite a few more hours of daylight. I would like to get at least a house searched. One of the bad things about being in this biome is the lack of foliage as far as trees go. So we're going to have to get out and begin to either cut down these trees or scavenge from nearby towns. This town isn't too terribly far away, so we're going to go ahead and make our way this way. Big towns like this can be really, really dangerous, especially early on when you're not quite geared up. Dogs, you need to be aware of dogs. They can do a lot of damage. These stupid birds. I hate birds. That's going to be a constant threat in this biome. I am half tempted to move biomes just because of that. Lots and lots of cars. That's good. Stupid birds. Did I tell you that I hated birds? I mean, he's a buzzard zombie. You know, enough said. I hear you way over there. We're getting close to another level. I'm trying to determine what it is that I want to... Yeah, come on. No, don't run away now. You can see them coming. They're not as bad. They're still pains in the butts. I seen that little bunny rabbit. Hey, we got some loot. We got iron gloves. I'm going to go ahead and wear those as well. I don't really like wearing heavy armor, but we're going to go ahead and wear it. Do I want to do a barn? That's a really big building there. That has corn. Let's see what the name of this place is. Shamway Foods. So I guess that's a food factory. This is literally going to be a death trap. So you're definitely going to want to be ready before you go just jumping into there. It sounds like a snake. Shamway Foods. We'll go ahead and then get into here. Some sham ham. We'll go ahead and eat one, and then we'll just take the rest. We could use a little bit of healing. sounds like they're already in. They are already in. So we're going to, I'm not sure if he can climb or not. I'm not sure where that snake is at, but he's running around in there somewhere. I'll take my arrow back. Thank you very much. Oh no, stay down please. Don't get up on my account. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I don't know if you can even harvest the snake. Oh, you can. Alright, well, with that, we're going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next episode, yeah, we're going to go ahead and begin to maybe search another building, probably end up heading back and trying to find out about building our forge, our workbench, begin to do some more crafting, maybe work on the bicycle, get some transportation. But anyway, if you liked it, please hit that thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification button to be notified every time I drop a new episode. And comment down below. Feel free to critique or ask questions or just engage in the community. Nan's Gamer Nation is all about a community of gamers, and I'm so glad that you were here with me today, and we'll see you next time. Until then, try to stay out of the dark.